Virtua Fighter 10th anniversary. We're gonna do some Vanessa. Job security officer. I think she's supposedly Sarah's bodyguard at some point or something. That's something I read on the internet, so who knows. I didn't know her hobby was singing. Cool. Vale Tudo style. Of course, they took away her Muay Thai style and gave it to Brad in this game, or 4 Evolution, which this is on the disc of 4 Evolution and shares the same characters and animations. The weird thing, or it seems a little weird, is that I just unlocked her quote-unquote VF1 model, which is what these are, because this game is supposed to be like Virtua Fighter 1 style and rules with Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution characters and animation. Of course, Vanessa was not in Virtua Fighter 1, so they had to make a new character model, and they did those in Virtua Fighter 4, and they were unlockable. And they're still unlockable in Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution as well. And I just unlocked Vanessa's quote-unquote VF1 model in Virtua Fighter 4, and it is not this really dark skin color. And it's kind of funny because between 4 and 4 Evolution, they made her skin lighter in 4 Evolution in her normal, full polygonal detail model. She's lighter skinned in Evolution, but whereas her Virtua Fighter 1 style model actually gets way darker skin from 4 to 4 Evolution, or at least 4 to 10th anniversary. Well, that looks silly. So the other thing that's confusing me so far, I was doing a aborted recording of this earlier because I was accidentally recording at 60 frames a second, because I record this game at 30 frames a second in order to avoid the 60 hertz flashing effect that shows up in the health bar as damage is done, which is a gross effect that was certainly not in Virtua Fighter 1, which they sort of copied the health bar style from, but they added in this horrible flashing effect. So in order to avoid that, I record this game at 60 frames a second, and while I'm playing, I drape a t-shirt over the top of the screen so I can't see the horrible flashing effect. Oh, don't knock me out of the ring. So I can't see the health meters at all, which makes for some strange misadventures sometimes. So I'm very confused trying to play Vanessa now, because in 4, when she had her Muay Thai style, which was her faster style, when you switch to it, also I'm having a heck of a time. In 4, I could hit back and all 3 buttons to switch, but it doesn't look like that works in this. When I hit back and all 3 buttons, she's trying to do some kind of attack, so in order to switch, I just have to leave the stick neutral. So I'm unsure about switching, and it seems unsafe, and I don't like either of those things. And then in her Muay Thai style that she had in 4, it was a very different stance. She put her hands way kind of up above her head and sort of stood higher on her toes or something, so you could really tell when she was in Muay Thai stance versus her defensive stance, her default defensive stance. And in this, the attacking style stance is I'm just jabbering too much, is a lot less different than Muay Thai was. So I think this must be an attacking stance, but she just bends over slightly. No, this is not good. And she doesn't seem to be able to do, like, Muay Thai was a lot more devastating. I could do these just crushingly fast flurries of punches, which I guess if you're familiar with how Brad Burns plays in 4 Evolution or in this game, you'll know what those punches are like. They're really fast, and that doesn't knock back? Oh, they really screwed her up. Oh man. I don't know what to do without those punch flurries. Maybe I'll just stick to defensive style for now, since I'm so discombobulated by how crippled her other style is.
One more time.
Fight one. Ready?
Well, let me just try staying in defensive style. Oh, don't tell me they took away her whiff throw animation. Oh, maybe they just did that in general in this game because they didn't have whiff throw animations in BF1? Maybe? I hope that's what it is. There are some characters who just don't have whiff throw animations, and it just confuses me no end. I like to know when I've actually hit the correct command to do the throw. Because I was having trouble with even just doing throw commands yesterday, and I could tell that I was not whiffing him, so I could tell that the command was not coming out and I was screwing it up somehow, and indeed, I was accidentally letting my, was it the ring finger or something, hit the kick button when trying to do a throw, so that was... Was he just timing me out? I can't see the timer either.
Ready?
I can't tell who won that. This is so weird. Oh, I was trying to do a 360 throw, but obviously that's not the way to do it. Oh, I'm gonna lose this, aren't I? I mean, I'm guessing I am. I can't tell. Yeah. So, boy, Vanessa in 4 kicks booty. When they took away Muay Thai and... Oh man, this is rough. I may just stick to 4 for playing Vanessa. Let me try her attacking style again. I just don't... It's so... nondescript.
Fight two. Ready?
She just hunches forward slightly and then... I didn't get it that time. Oh, so I think you can just go to a throw from that, so I should see if... Oh, punch me. Punch me. Oh, well, he's figured it out. Yeah, just do kicks. Ah, I'm gonna have to do this again, aren't I?
Fight 3. Ready? Go!
Shouldn't have a throw whip animation. It's just crazy. Oh, Vanessa, they ruined you. I don't think I want to play this. This is just gross. Oh man, she's such a great character in 4. Well, I'm gonna go on to 5 and 5 final showdown with her after this, and hopefully things look up a little there, because this is not great.
Go!
Oh, well, I'm not sure if can I switch? I can't tell, it's so confusing. Wow. So I still gotta figure out if you can switch between rounds.
Ready?
Well, you can in 5, at least in Final Showdown. I'm sure about 5 vanilla. You can't in 4, so I got used to, at the start of a match, holding back on the stick and hitting all 3 buttons, and that would, I would step back and then switch as I
didn't think I was gonna lose.
Took a stance 1 step back, which was pretty good. I think only Akira got in an attack on me while I was doing that.
One more time.
But in this, you can't. If I try holding back in all 3 buttons at the start, she does some kind of attack. Vanessa.
KO.
Oof. It's interesting, there's that little step,
Fight
that
2.
gray step on the
Ready?
outside of the...
Go.
Wow. Oh, I hate this Vanessa.
I didn't think. One more time.
Oh.
Fight 1. Ready? Go.
I don't know what to do in attacking mode anymore.
KO. Fight 2.
Punches are
Ready?
just not great.
Go.
Yeah, you can't sidestep in this game at all. Yeah, she's climbing all over me. Jeez. That isn't as effective. Like in VF4, this attack at least knocks them back, even if they block it. Here, she just...
Fight
I
3.
don't think you can do that.
Ready?
Yeah,
Go.
Jeez. Really nerfed her.
KO.
Oh man.
I didn't think I. One more time.
Fight 1. Ready? Go.
Can't even friggin' switch stances now. To wait until you get a knockdown, really.
KO.
God, this blows. And really, she might as well not have.
Ready? Go.
Well, I'm sure there's smart ways to do it, but I just don't feel like trying to switch stances. Because I can't. Oh gosh. Even so, her defensive stance felt more effective than this in
One more
4.
time.
I didn't admittedly use it too much against
Fight 1. Ready?
leg
Go.
phase, but
KO.
I'm just have to give up on this game.
Fight 2.
It's
Ready?
Vanessa.
Go.
It's a grotesque feeling. Look at the majesty that is Vanessa in Virtua Fighter 4. This is gross.
KO.
No whiff throw. Ah.
One more time.
Fight 1. Ready? Go. KO. Fight 2. Ready? Go.
Jeez.
One more
Can't
time.
take too much more of this. Oh, I'm so depressed right now about Vanessa.
Fight one.
I mean, not that I would have ended up playing her too much in this game, probably anyway, but it doesn't really bode well for her in Virtua Fighter 5.
KO.
Wow.
Fight two. Ready? Go.
Conditions going low.
KO.
I didn't think I was
Sad
gonna
Vanessa.
lose. Time.
They made her this bizarre, different color.
Fight
The whole
one.
thing is just
Ready?
so weird.
Go.
What?
KO. Fight two. Ready?
Really hate not having a miss throw animation.
KO.
Oh gosh.
One more time.
This just feels futile.
One.
I mean,
Ready?
even if I wasn't really bad with her anyway, but still, it's just, she would do so much better in 4. I know I should stop whining about things that are out of my control as far as the game changes go. Gosh dang.
KO.
I mean, it's not out of my control to not play her in this game.
Two. Ready?
May just be what I have to do. Oh, I should have tried going to a throw. Turn around! Oh, grr. So frustrated right now. Oh, this attacking style pose.
Time's up.
I didn't. One more time.
Maybe one more time.
Fight one. Ready? Go.
Gosh, that attack has been severely cut down.
KO. Fight two. Ready? Go.
Wow. Jeez.
KO. Fight three. Ready? Go.
Nope, got hit trying to stance switch. There. Well, I did it.
Ready? Go! Ready? Go!
Switch. Oof. Just kind of duck right under that now. Yep, that did not happen before.
Ring out!
Yay! Like a shark bit him and dragged him
That
out.
was fun.
Well, it was more fun than Leifei.
Fight one!
Not as fun as Virtua Fighter 4. That was cool.
Fight two! Ready? Go!
What? Oh, jeez. Not as fast as she was when she had Muay Thai.
Ready? Go!
Those hits I took because I tried to change stances. That move is just suicidal in this version.
I didn't think I was gonna lose.
Close am I to the end of this?
Fight one! Ready?
Maybe the next stage? It feels so useless when I can't tell if I'm missing a throw or not.
Fight two! Ready? Go!
I couldn't even switch stances while I was in that other camera view. Sigh.
One more time.
I don't know. I don't know, Vanessa. I don't think she's into this
Fight
either.
one! Ready? Go!
Nope, that was not a stance switch. Oh, it actually did not get counterattacked.
Fight two! Ready? Go!
was fun.
I don't know. I'm not really feeling so much fun.
Fight 1. Ready? Go!
Stay defensive and try counter throws. Oh, without the throw lift. That's so weird. Ooh.
Fight 2. Ready? Go!
She really gets some of her better throws down. That was a lucky block. Again. Well, I did it. Will that work on Doral? Probably not.
Fight 1. Ready? Go!
What's that? Here. Oop, forgot all about the low gravity jumps.
KO!
Well, it did work. Be danged.
Fight 2.
I mean, Doral mostly uses Akira's moves, it seems. So what worked on Akira might just work on Doral. Okay. Well, if you're gonna start doing that nonsense. That was Shamdi.
Fight 3. Ready? Go!
Clunk. Throw out of that. Why? Why couldn't I throw? She was just standing there. Oops. Twos.
Time's up.
Uh-oh.
I didn't think I was gonna lose.
Well, I didn't really think I was gonna win. But it's just a bonus round. So, you get the same ending either way. So man, do I go through the evolution route? I guess I would feel like I hadn't done everything if I didn't, but dang. Who am I likely to fight in there that could give me trouble like Leifei did? I just don't have the speed to match Leifei like I would have if I had Muay Thai. Oh, well, Brad, of course. I'll have to fight Brad, who has my Muay Thai. So that's probably going to be rough, because that's one of the later fights. It's actually the second to last, I think. Yeah, that's probably going to be bad. Well, we'll give it a try. If I have to give up against the guy who they stole my martial art for, I would feel justified. Justified. Oh man, Vanessa, why did they just go so weird on you? Everything is weird. It's all weird. Before it was great.
Game over.
Like, was she considered overpowered in 4? I don't know. I to player tier list or anything. I did not expect it to be this frustrating. I am on hard, right? Can't see past the t-shirt. Yeah. Now with most characters I do their starting costume in one route and their other costume in the other, but this costume is so lame, I just not gonna bother. So we start out against Akira, but since this is just the first fight, he usually doesn't do anything.
Ready? Go!
Jeez. Oh, I thought it was gonna slip out. There you go. Have some sand. It's a nice big beach.
Ready? Go!
Lion would definitely be tough, except with his speed, except this is only stage 2, and even hard difficulty in stage 2, they play like chumps. Like that. Just mash.
Fight 2! Ready? Go!
Even stage 3 is pretty easy.
Fight 1! Ready?
Usually.
Go!
Oh.
Ready? Go!
Oh, nice.
Ready? Go! Fight 1. Ready?
Oh, this could be tough.
Go!
Just gonna sit there posing. Kind of like I have to play her defensively even when I'm in offensive style. Can't just go ham with punches like she could before. Oh.
Fight 1. Ready? Go!
This is gonna be tough. He's pretty fast. Yeah. And tricky. Oh wow. That was on me as I was just getting up. Wow.
Fight 2. Ready? Go! KO!
One more time.
Fight 1. Ready? Go!
Wait, was I in it and then I switched out of it? Ah, nah. Can't tell.
2. Ready?
So
Go!
annoying.
KO!
Gosh, they ruined that move.
One more time.
Fight 1. Ready? Go!
I don't. This just doesn't feel like an attacking
Ready?
style. What are my attacking options really? I don't have my quick punches. I don't have my flip kick anymore. They really just made that bad.
KO!
Can't tell when I'm missing a throw.
One more time.
Ah, it's so frustrating.
Fight 1.
I'm just staying defensive against him. Oh, shouldn't do that move anymore. Oh, don't do that move. Ah. I didn't realize time was running out.
Ready? Go!
Oh, it's fine. So,
Fight
against
1.
faster opponents, well, who knows what's going to happen now. Yeah, you gotta do that move.
Fight 2. Ready? Go!
Ah, what's the move? Hey. Jeez.
Time's up.
Ah.
Fight 3. Ready? Go!
the same strategy. Yep. Back kick, back throw. Guess everything else feels really bad
That
now.
was fun.
Nah, not really. Okay, we have Brett. No.
Fight 1.
Yep.
Ready? Go!
Stole my moveset. Added all these silly blowing sounds. Oh man. I mean, I couldn't do that move.
Ready? Go!
Forward. Eee. Ah, gosh.
KO! Fight 3.
Play so lame.
Go!
Oh! Pretty good throw, Brad.
KO!
Well, playing lame and defensively, Brad just was really easy to throw.
That was fun.
He really fell for that backpedaling kick, too. I'm really not sure how this Go match will go. No pun intended, please. Should I try to hack it out defensively? He's a better grappler than I am, I believe. That's not good. Whoa! What was that move he tried to do? Hey.
Fight 2. Ready? Go!
Oh! What are you doing, Go? I guess that's what he was playing for.
KO!
Weird. I've never seen him hack away at that ankle thing like that.
Fight 3. Ready?
Oops. I'm doing a... Oh. It's so weird. What are you doing, man? Okay, there's a legit throw. Whoa. Gosh. Whoa. Okay, that was an accident. I didn't expect to be able to go into a throw like that. I really have to learn how fast you can go into throws sometimes because it's obvious.
That was fun.
Sometimes you can just go so smoothly from attacking into throwing, and I think Go in particular has moves that are meant to go that way. But that's a whole type of fighting that's completely foreign to me. I've never really tried that. Can't tell if I'm whiffing or what. What did... Throws were not happening.
Ready? Go!
Oh. Okay. There. Tutu.
KO!
Throws were happening that time.
Fight 3. Ready? Go!
Ooh, there's a counter throw. No, no throw. Oosh. Why? Why didn't it work?
KO!
Why? Oh, well. Oh, woe is me. Well, I'm never gonna play Vanessa in VF10 again. Next will be VF5, and hopefully that will unnerf her. I mean, I'm sure there's some legitimate way to play her in this, but it's not doing the stuff that worked in 4. That's for darn sure. Everything just felt so bad. I mean, just not having those quick punch flurries you could do in Muay Thai mode and 4. And then she couldn't connect moves together that she could in Muay Thai in 4. She can't do it in her quote-unquote attacking stance. In this, it's just depressing. I'm trying to think if I see, because I look at people playing Final Showdown, and I guess I did see somebody in a video playing Vanessa online the other day. I wasn't paying too much attention to how they were doing. I wonder if Vanessa is considered to be an alright character by the time of Final Showdown. Well, that is probably the last Vanessa 10th anniversary you'll see from me. It was probably not very fun to watch. It wasn't very fun to play. So yeah, that's the end of that. Blah. And here's hoping 5 is a lot better for her.